You keep me wondering, is our love strong? Just like a love song, baby, it's haunting me. Don't know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater. Maybe it's harder, harder, harder for me. Oh, harder for me. Maybe we're over it, or maybe just lovers, cause under the covers, baby, you're showing me how to be fearless so no one can hear us. You're throwing the pillars through the floor. Now put your loving, loving, loving on me. Eh, loving on me. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes I pretend I'm just above it all. But I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, body, body too. Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I'll run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, body, your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, trying to be someone better than you and I. Posing for pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional.
Well, hello. I seem to be making a habit of starting vlogs lately by saying long time no see, and I'm going to say it again, very long time no see. It is the 2nd of September, and I don't know where the summer's gone, but it's gone, or it's going. It's actually a beautiful day today though. I've been a terrible vlogger. I have picked up my phone to video bits and pieces here and there, and we've been out doing things, and then just haven't really found enough to make like a proper video. So this one may be a little bit bitty. I'm going to try and do a little bit of this, chat to you, show you a few things that I've been up to. I have been doing some making and crafting. My sort of mojo and motivation really dropped over the summer. When you have a child, it's really difficult to, I find it difficult to sort of be creative on and off, and it's just hard to sort of get into something and then have to stop. So over the past few years and the past few school holidays, I've realised sometimes it's just easier not to push it because it does get quite frustrating. So I've just concentrated on spending time with my son and enjoying the summer really. He turned 13 last weekend, so any time that we do spend together I know is quite precious, because the day is coming, or is kind of already here, where he doesn't really want to spend that much time with his mum. So the summer holidays this year looked a little bit different. I still managed to get him to come out, but his sort of sense of fun is slowly going. He's getting old and boring. I think it's just a self-conscious thing that comes with becoming that sort of age, so it was a bit of a shame. We did still have lots of nice days out though. We discovered right at the very end of the summer holidays that we both have a real love for being on the water. We were really lucky enough to get a shot at some paddle boarding and kayaking, and we both loved it. So we've been out a couple of times. Luckily we've got a friend who let us have a shot of some of her equipment, which was just fantastic. I wish we'd discovered it at the beginning of summer, because I could probably have got Joshua out doing it every week. But yeah, I've got some footage I think is probably the wrong way up. Excuse me. It's probably portrait rather than landscape. I'll pop it in though, because it is nice to see, and it's proof that I did it. We've had days out here and there at various beaches in the coast, as you can imagine. Joshua's tried a bit of fishing. We got a fishing rod at the start of summer. What else have we done? It's just gone by in such a blur. I think everyone will agree. Summer holidays at the time, they might seem a little bit endless, and how are we going to fill our time, and how am I going to keep the child occupied? But they are over, we made it, and we're now into September, and it has been a beautiful September so far. It's been sunny and a little bit crisp, but really beautiful. The garden's done well. I've got lots of footage of the garden from probably, well, the last time I vlogged, I don't even know when that would be, maybe July. So there might be a bit of footage from back then, and then over the weeks and months there'll be more footage of different things in flower, so you can expect to see that throughout the video as well, obviously. I did go and collect some seed a few weeks ago. I just leave the seed heads on the plant usually and they dry out. As long as you're not going to get too much rain, then you can do that. If it's going to be wet, you can cut them off and bring them indoors to dry. So I've got little brown paper bags with seeds just sort of finishing off drying. So that feels really good to do, to get seeds for free, and then I'll have more flowers next year. And it's also really nice to share seeds. A lot of my friends and I do that with each other, and it's just so nice. And I've got some lovely snapdragons this year, which I got sent the seeds last year, and they have just been stunning, and I don't know why I did not have them in my garden before. So beautiful. And then the peachy pink colours as well. Hopefully I've got some footage of those and I can pop it in while I'm talking about them now. I haven't actually looked back at all the footage that I've got, so when it comes to editing the video, I'm just going to pop stuff in here and there and hope that there's an appropriate moment for it. So yeah, there's not really much to tell you. I lost my sort of personal crafting mojo a lot. I've gone off socks. The last pair of socks I knitted were my Christmas socks last year, and I finished the toe, and then when I wore them, I think the foot was just a few rounds too short. So all I need to do is unpick the toes, reknit that extra few rounds, and then reknit the toes. But do you think I can be bothered to do that? No, I'm just not that kind of person. I think I'm going to have to do it in order to get my love back for the socks. Plus I want to wear the socks, obviously. Yeah, maybe when the weather gets colder as well and I want to dig out the handmade socks, I might get back into making them. But I think I've just had a few pairs where they've just been not quite right, and it's kind of put me off. So I haven't wanted to knit socks, but I have wanted to knit. So I think I showed you a few, maybe the last vlog, that I have cast on a knitting project. So that brings me nicely to showing you how I'm getting on. It's been slow going, I haven't really been knitting a lot. I am knitting this shawl, which is called the Playful Shawl, and it's just 2 contrasting colours, and you're knitting a triangular shawl, which is simple, so easy, even I can do it without making mistakes. I've definitely shown the wool before. I think I was so lucky enough to be sent a ball of Chelsea Luxe handmade yarn. If you don't know Chelsea yarns, I would highly suggest go and have a look for her on Instagram, and she also vlogs. She does vlogmas videos as well. They're really quite enjoyable to watch. So I got this yarn, which was sent to me as a gift. It's just so beautiful. It's looking a little paler on the screen, but it's full of like plums, pale plums, and some orangey sort of crisp leaf type colours. So it's really autumny to me. And I thought that in order to get the most out of it, if I team it up with just an undyed cream yarn, then it would sort of make this one like sort of shine a bit. So I'm going to sneeze. My allergies the past couple of days have just been really strong, so I'm sneezy, I'm coughing. So here's how my shawl's getting on. I love it, and I love how with the Chelsea Luxe yarn you're just getting the little darker pops of colour as well. You can see darker bits, lighter bits, but I think it's just beautiful. Absolutely lovely. So this is going to be a much bigger version of what it is now, really. Hopefully it suits me. I don't know. Be nice to think that I could wear it in the autumn/winter. Probably not this year, but that's fine because it's really enjoyable to knit on. Yeah, I'm really loving it. It's so easy. I modified the pattern a tiny bit. You may remember a shawl that I knitted last year, or maybe finished it this year, can't remember. The colour block shawl. It was pink and cream, just a big block of each colour. Well, a good tip I learnt with that one was at the end of the row, when you get to the end, pull the yarn in front of the last stitch and then slip the last stitch, and it gives you a really nice edge. You don't see that down that edge, and I just like that sort of neat, smooth look. So I've done that, and it's a dead simple pattern, so if you're a beginner looking for a shawl pattern, I would highly recommend looking up this one. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where the rows are getting a bit bigger, so obviously progress will go a bit slower as well. Hopefully I will find a bit of energy in the evenings and during some quiet time. Hopefully I'll find some quiet time to work on it, because it would be really lovely to get back into knitting again. I've got the cutest little mug of hot chocolate with marshmallows, and this is a stitch marker / progress keeper from Chapel View Crafts. If you don't know her, look her up on Instagram, and I think she has a Shopify shop, but her stitch markers are amazing. So that is one thing I've been working on. My little mini crochet hooks have been a godsend. I sell these in the shop. They've been great for dropped stitches, and I did notice the other day I had a dropped stitch. Didn't notice it at the time. Grabbed these because I've been keeping them on my bag on the clip, and yeah, they've just meant that I could pick the stitch up really easily and fix it. Thank goodness. So they've been really good. This is a bag I made myself a while ago with some Tilda fabrics and one of my own badges, enamel pins. You can get these in my shop if you would like to have one. Join the club. So yeah, that's what I'm storing it in. And yeah, just as I say, picking it up when I have the energy, which hasn't been much lately, but I think when the weather gets cooler, my knitting mojo always comes back a little bit. So hopefully it will be a lovely autumn project. What I really need to do is start taking it out with me if I go anywhere. Not that I do go anywhere, but it would be nice to just go out for coffee and maybe sit and knit for a bit or something. And I will show you how I'm getting on with my crochet. I started off making a granny stripe. I want to make a cushion cover with a load of neon yarn that I've got. So I've dug out the colours I want to use, and I've teamed it up with this fluffy stuff. It's not like a real mohair or anything, it's just an acrylic, but that's fine by me. I'm not sure I'm loving this, to be honest. Maybe once it's finished I will. I'm just making a big square for a cushion that is currently on my bed. What I need to decide is what to do for the reverse of the cushion. I can't decide. I might do a granny square in the same pattern, the same style actually. That would be cool, and then I could have it turned either way. So that, again, slow progress as well, but hopefully I'll get back to it. It's really soft having that fluffy stuff in it, it's lovely. So yeah, I feel like the progress on that's been really slow. I finished this book a few weeks ago. Managed to get it in one of these little book cupboards at a local park, and it was just like, leave a donation, take a book. So I'd seen this one all over social media when it first came out, and wanted to see what the fuss was about. I tend not to read the blurbs on books because sometimes they give stuff away, and then you start the book and you already know what's about to happen because the blurb's giving it away. So I don't read blurbs, didn't know anything about the book. It wasn't what I expected. It wasn't my usual kind of read. I usually read a lot of like chick lit, boy meets girl, romance type of things. This did sort of fit that, maybe ish. It was very different to what I normally read. Really wasn't quite into it to start with, but oh my god, by the time I finished it, it was like, wow, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. There was a bit of a twist which I did not see coming. It hit me really hard. I was like, oh my god. And I think that's just a sign of a really good story, a really well written story. Really enjoyed it. It was a bit, it's not like a true story, but you know, it could be. So I think that sense, it does make you sort of think and see things from someone else's perspective. But if you get the chance to read this book, I really would recommend it. It was a really good story. And yeah, I think the thing that drew me to it was that it was about something about just a woman that leads quite a lonely life, and I just thought, yeah, I'm going to read that. I quite fancy that. I could maybe identify with that a little bit. So yeah, it was a really good book, really heartwarming in the end, and like good sort of twist, not predictable at all. So just wanted to show you that because I really enjoyed it. I have been doing a bit of sewing lately. Autumn to me always makes me want to do patchwork. So I dug out some autumnal fabrics, which was really fun. and turned them into some patchwork panels and then turned them into some project bags. So I'm going to show you them. I decided to do a different sort of style. I thought autumn also makes me want to dig out my embroideries. So this one in particular I thought would be perfect. It's an autumnal sampler. It's by Lizzie Kate and it's called Autumn Alphabet. Guess who didn't cut the fabric big enough? Look, it's just right on the edge. That was really silly of me. I've zigzagged around the edge with my sewing machine to stop it fraying anymore, but I think what I need to do is add a border to it just with normal fabric to make it a bit like sturdier. But yeah, it's a really fun cross stitch, that one, and I really ought to get back to it, but I dug it out to use it as a bit of a prop for the bags. So this is an 8-inch hoop, and it fits in the bags quite nicely, so you could fit an 8-inch hoop or smaller into the bags easily. Yeah, so yeah, not much more to say really. They are all lined, they've got my little labels in. These are the ones that I did show another vlog. I got a big sheet of labels printed off just on a piece of fabric and then cut them up, and they've worked out really well. So yeah, we've got a nice red and blue autumn theme. We've got apples, toadstools, little birds on that one. This one is really cute as well, a bit of cats and acorns, and then this really nice Scandi fabric. The reverse of the bags that's the same, but the others are same fabrics but a slightly different pattern. That one is so beautiful, lovely. And they're all lined with the red stripe, I think. And they've got a little Halloweeny one, some skeletons and things on that one. And then this one's quite nice and autumnal as well, really pretty fabrics. And then another one with those fabrics. I've put a nice tab on the side which is perfect for the thread rings, which I've currently got these clips all over them, because when you do have enough fabric on your embroidery, I found the clips really good for just holding it out the way. I am doing the Pretty Fabric and Trim's winter sampler as well, which is a huge piece of fabric, so the clips have worked really well for that. Folding it up and keeping it like clean and just out of the way when you're working on it. But yeah, what I'm showing you is the thread rings, which I also sell in my shop, are perfect to just clip onto the bag, and then you've got all your threads when you want to work on them. Obviously you can use the bags for other projects, crochet, knitting, whatever. They don't have the box bottom, these ones, they're like flat, more so for perfect for embroidery project, or even if you were journaling, they'd be perfect because they're flat. They would hold all your papers and stickers really nicely as well, stencils, whatever else you've got, stamps, etc. So these ones are in my bag in my shop now. Really enjoyed making the patchwork. Oh, just love patchwork. They're padded as well, and they're quite sturdy. So yeah, they're in my shop now. I did make a few other sort of traditional style bags that I've always made. This is the last one left, and it is little kittens and mice with little jumpers on. So cute. And I've teamed it up with this beautiful dusky pink fabric, and then you've got the little lady in there again as well. So yeah, that's the last one left. So I think I'm going to dig out some more nice fabrics next and make some more project bags, maybe some crochet hook rolls as well. So yeah, been working on those last week and getting them in my shop. Yeah, that's about it. I think I'm just looking about, but there is not much more to tell you. But yeah, the past couple of weeks I've definitely felt a bit more productive, so hopefully I can get back in the swing of things again soon. I keep looking at the wrong side of my phone because I've got it turned the opposite way to usual, and the camera's usually that side, so I keep looking that side, but it's that side. Yeah, so this vlog might be a little bit disjointed and a little bit of summer and autumn and all things thrown in. I'm going to try and I'm doing it again, looking in the wrong place. I'm going to try and get better at filming vlogs. Yeah, that's about it. Not much more to say really. Now I'm going to go and pack some orders. Need to go to the post office. It's Friday. So So yeah, hopefully have a nice quiet weekend. Last weekend was so busy with Joshua's birthday. We were paddleboarding and kayaking and then playing crazy golf, and then went to see family with some takeaway pizzas. This was across the whole weekend, so it was just a really busy weekend. And yeah, I just felt like really exhausted, mentally really exhausted. But we had a good time, we had a nice birthday, so that's good. And I now have a teenager, which is a little bit scary. So yeah, I'll leave it there, probably pop in some more footage. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're not already a subscriber, then maybe you'd like to subscribe. Thanks for watching, bye!
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are, who you really are, yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle, no, I just gotta know. If you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Ooh, ooh,
I completely forgot to mention that at the beginning of August I was lucky enough to take part in an archaeological dig. It was up East Lomond Hill, which is the hill that can be seen from the orchard at the palace. And this is an artist's impression of what it would have looked like once upon a time when it had Pictish hill forts on it. So we were digging around the outer wall to try and date the wall to see when it was built. So that was the purpose of this dig.